We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
On one, ready? 40, check like 40. 11.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Good job, D. Good job. That's the way you fly to the ball.
Second and 4.
No, switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40, Mike 40. I'm here all day. Mike 40, Mike.
12.
I got you.
11.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Tight dog.
Hey, switch gears.
A give to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
What is that?
Defense wins championships, baby.
Kill. 180.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
58, Mike.
Here we go. 180. Done.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Big third down stop. I can almost hear that defense saying, go ahead, go for it. Try it. Try it.
You see that swagger out there, don't you? You see him saying, yeah, go ahead and give it one more shot. But I think if you're the head coach in this situation with you having the ball, just tip your cap to the guy on the other side and say, okay, you got me this time. Kick the field goal. We'll see you the rest of the game.
Well, if they would go for it and not get it, though, the other offense would have a long way to go in the other direction. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Hey, 43. 46. Hey, check 24.
On second down now, McElroy. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Attack.
Switch.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Taken in at the 22. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
Oh,
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, first and 10. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
58 right there. Come on, baby.
Burrow on play action. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Here we go.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
On one, ready?
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
So we got man.
Check 50.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Oh, I fucked it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Big 13. Big shot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. TJ Hawkinson,
How's he not playing on the right way?
Touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning.
Dude, block. The fuck is that guy doing?
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And fullback's an idiot.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Yellow.
Strong right.
You got to go right here. You got to play big.
3 down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll take a shot downfield
Dude.
for Pittman, and unable to
The fuck?
complete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Fucking shit in the floorboard.
Taken at the 23. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On one, ready?
40's the mic. going. Mike 40, Mike 40. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They go play action with Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Gun.
So it's third and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
11 MT.
Let's go. 40's Mike, 40's Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now it's Burrow.
Check.
Big hold to the 30, and all the way up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
I want to check the league rules on that, but okay.
They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
58 is Mike. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check three.
They'll go with Jones.
Oh, well.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
I'm on.
This is Ford. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Burrow's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Get set. Behind. All day, baby. 180. It's hot. 11 MT, Tate. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal.
Dude, what?
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Fucking threw it right to him. Come on.
And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the
Shit wasn't even the way he was going.
opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Being chased out left. That is caught by Mims. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The give is to Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
Ain't no fucking shot.
Into the end zone for a Denver score. Aaron Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
In your face. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Fucking A, dude.
Picking up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Going back to my other offense. Fuck.
Now a give right side. It's Ford. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped
There it
it.
is.
Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Dude, I fucked it. That was on me.
He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 25. And they finally put
I hit the fucking L2 button when I went to throw it. Yeah, I'm watching that back. That was dumb.
Here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
180. What is that?
Play action. It's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Inca needs to play that better.
Too shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
On 2.
58 is Mike. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Going 58's the Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Here's Burrow. Setting up the screen
Aaron
here,
Donald.
Aaron Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones.
Get there,
And
bro.
taken down at the 15.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Not getting a lot of rush.
Play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there,
What a rookie.
goes down, drive keeps moving. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got some space here. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Ford. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably gives his back a little bit of an apology on that.
Come on.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
Yellow. Come on, 80. Hey, color. That's the best. He's coming.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
Pittman! God damn, bro!
And they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here we go. 180. Wait, hot.
Check 37. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Dot.
Check it back.
Second down.
Oh, I overshot that.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, it's Ford. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 58, boy.
11 MT.
Focus, defense, focus.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Going deep here for Watkins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the Niners are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
On second down, McElroy. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Now a give, right side. Ford. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Fight on these two. 180.
Hey, here we go.
15.
He's checking crack.
They run forward. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Safe. Hey, watch the edge. Watch
Attack.
Now a give, right side. McElroy. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Or are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early?
I fucked it. Good play.
Fires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here.
All right.
They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's Jones again on second down.
Dude, Brian Burns is a fucking menace.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Again, it's Jones.
Oh, I fucking digged it.
There he goes left side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way home.
Good run.
The Broncos score. Jones, 84 yards. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be returned from deep in the... Now on the return,
Are you shitting me?
It's picked up by the Broncos. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Wow.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead
in.
3 touchdowns at 21 points. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27.
Fullback ain't fumbled one fucking time the whole game. Let's just get the fuck up out of here.
They'll run on first down. McElroy, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. McElroy, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On first down, McElroy, and brought down, but not before they're inside.
13 for 143, I'll take it.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Broncos, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they go down to defeat here.
Oh, I shouldn't have changed my playbook. We're going back.
Winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dude, McElroy's gonna be a monster. We will be alright. So, go to, not roster, staff. We're going back to my team schemes. Wrong way. Right here. Going back to that. Because I'm not dealing with that shit. That was annoying. I had no pass game. Go to manage staff. Formation subs. We're gonna get this right on defense. My defense was weird. Okay, this looks fine. I want to change this though. Put him down and have Minka up top. Okay, seems fine there. Everything seems fine. Right here, this is what I don't want. I don't want Minka playing down. I want Braxton. Minka playing over top. Why did it just do that? Danny, bro, what the fuck? Perfect. Dime. Seems okay. Let me see. Who's playing outside? Bobby Harris. Seems legit. Okay, Dime seems fine. Nickel. Charleston. Okay, this seems fine. That's actually not fine. I fucked it up. Sheldon Graves. Josh Sweat inside. Sweet. Same thing here. What the fuck? Thank you. Oh, then AD's not even in on that. What the fuck? .335 wide should be Denzel Kent. And then normal. We want AD on the outside. Josh Sweat on the inside. Even though he's trash. Still shows Ladarius Scott. What the fuck? Okay, defense should be fine. Alright, and that'll be the game. Bad start to the season. Really fucking bad start to the season. But, actually, let's check this before we go. Who are our next 3 opponents? Green Bay, Seattle, and Falcons. So we won't play Green Bay, so that'll be a fair win. Won't play Seattle, that'll be a fair win. And then we'll play the Falcons. So I'll get 2 wins in a row and then the Falcons. It'll be interesting. But that'll be the end of it. I will see y'all in a few days whenever we play again.